Hello learners, my name is Madhusudan. I work in Department of Education and Educational Technology in School of Social Sciences, University of Hyderabad. Today we will be talking about community involvement in education, government initiatives. When we talk about community and elementary education, the most important idea or concept is community participation. Community participation is regarded as fundamental requirement for improving the entire education system. In fact, when we talk about community participation, it can be considered as a paradigm shift from community development to community participation. This is the time when national policy in education and 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment were taking place. And in fact, community participation can be taken as empowering the people or the grassroots democracy. It was emphasized in various policy documents that the people need to have power in the decision making process. Therefore, community participation is considered as one of the important linkage when we talk about elementary education. Policymakers, educators and others involved in education have recognized the significant role communities can play in the administration, in the management and even in the monitoring of the educational institutions, that is schools. In fact, a teacher plays an important role, a central role in terms of administration and management of the schools. On the other hand, community members who can contribute in terms of administration, even in terms of managing, like for example, sometimes in the distribution of free textbooks or even the day-to-day activities of handling midday meal or any other activities, community members always have a say and have something to contribute in terms of administration, management and monitoring of normal school activities. There is a mounting evidence that community involvement in schooling can have a dramatic impact on education access, retention and quality. Researchers in the recent past have shown that more community members take interest, the schooling facilities in terms of access, the facilities in the school or even for the matter establishment of the schools even where there is no school. There is a lot of change when it comes to the interest from community members has shown the improved access, the educational access. Similarly, there is a lot of positive change in terms of reducing the dropout of students. It is not necessary or it is not essential or it is not the final condition that only we take care of enrollment of the students, but it is very important to retain the students. So, wherever community members have shown interest or have taken participation in the school activities, the retention capacity of the schools have increased and to a greater extent such schools have started performing well and it has reflected in the quality of overall performance of the students and it may be reflected in learning outcomes of the students. So, therefore, research is very much showing that there is a strong evidence that community involvement has a positive impact on schooling. One of the important recommendations of the National Policy in Education in 1986 was related to empowering communities for management of educational institutions at the local level or grassroots level. The National Policy in Education recommended the establishment of an appropriate institutional framework. Village Education Committee, for example, the community members play a very important vital role in management of primary education. The move towards decentralization and empowerment of community in the context of the 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment relating to Panchayat Raj institutions also talks about community participation or importance of the community involvement. When we talk about democratic decentralization or Panchayat Raj institutions, we basically talk about delegation. Through delegation, central governments normally transfer responsibilities for decision making and administration of public functions to semi-autonomous organizations or semi-autonomous school districts. Usually, these organizations have a great deal of discretion in decision making. They have an important role in say in decision making at grassroots level. They may be exempt from constraints on regular civil services personnel and may be able to charge user directly for services. So, therefore, delegation is one of the important thing that we when we talk about Panchayat Raj institutions or democratic decentralization. On the other hand, when we talk about this democratic decentralization, we also talk about devolution. Another type of administrative decentralization can be considered as devolution. When governments devolve functions, they transfer authority for decision making, finance and even management to units of local government. Devolution usually refers responsibilities for services to local bodies that elect their own councils and have independent authority to make decisions. In fact, in a devolved system, local governments have clear and legally recognized geographical boundaries over which they exercise authority and within which they perform public functions. Hence, it is this type of administrative decentralization, that is devolution, that underlies most political decentralization. Hence, taking this into account, the learning objectives for today's session is that in this section we will be dealing with community involvement in education with special reference to government initiatives. We will be talking about to understand why and how the community could be involved in school education. Also, we will be trying to analyze the importance of the involvement of community in school education. Well, there is a increasing realization that involvement of the people, especially rural, poor and landless laborers and even urban marginalized groups like those living in slums and squatter settlements, even people belonging to disadvantaged groups like scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and women in programs of educational development is very much essential. When we talk about elementary education, we talk about schooling at grassroots level, we have several issues, problems by design to our own educational system. For example, absenteeism. As a result of absenteeism, student will start losing interest in learning, he may become low motivated, and as a result he remains aloof from his educational loop, and he may be considered, he or she may be considered as the potential dropouts, maybe one day he becomes dropout. So, therefore, absenteeism is a very serious issue and community members play a vital role when it comes to retaining students, try to check why it is some students are getting absent from schools. Other problem like education in conflict areas. See, one of the important condition for normal school functioning is peaceful social atmosphere, and in our country we have several areas where conflict or conflict hit scenario we are seeing. In such scenarios, the most affected section is children and the schooling. The school here is not normal when it comes to its functioning, and usually children start along with the family start migrating, out migration of children takes place, and in most of the cases the children are affected, and those who cannot migrate also, out migrate also, those who remain here also on regular basis education, learning activities, even teachers regular participation in the classroom may be very difficult. So, therefore, overall in education in conflict areas is also serious issue. Here community members can come into picture, take a vital role, important role in dealing with education of students. Some other issue like education of deprived children. Already there are sections of the students who are deprived, and community. When we talk about equality of educational opportunities, community members from all the sections can take care in collaboration or in consultation with the schools. And we also see some schools with some discrimination practices taking place. Deliberately or not so, discrimination practices affect children and it may have a psychological impact on, and it can take place in terms of caste, creed or even girl child sometimes is And in such situations, in such scenarios, community members should come forward and take care of the scenario and bring in some sensitization with the schools and other who are concerned with. And in some cases what happens, there are some areas, usually the schools come under flood prone areas. In flood prone areas, again children are most affected. Children become victims of the situation, and as a result you will see disease, malnutrition, undernutrition, and not to talk of schooling on regular basis. Here community members come forward and they should be talking about some alternative arrangements for schooling. Similarly, when we talk about schools where there are no teachers, when we talk about single school teacher, or like we need to appoint para teachers, here community members play a vital role when we talk about appointing para teachers who are available locally and who can contribute to the schools. And sometimes schools have their own scenarios, issues, challenges. Their teachers and community members need to innovate certain things in order to engage children and community in a teaching learning activities. For that purpose, you need to have innovations in schooling on a day to day basis. So, it is not just about the teacher who will innovate, even sometimes community members come forward and give some clues or ideas of how to engage children in more meaningful manner. Again, when we talk about normal schooling, we say we have done enrollment to a great extent, but still there are many children even today who are out of school. They are never enrolled. Even if they are enrolled, they are in the beginning part or most part of the time they are out of school. Community members, they may not focus only on the children who are in the school or enrolled in the school or regularly going to the school, but rather children and adolescents who remain out of school. So, community members play a vital role in this regard. Similarly, we all know girl child and her education is again at a disadvantage. Community members play a very important role in education of girl child. Similarly, community members play a very important role even in learning assessment and learning level improvements. The moment they start interest in their own children's education, there is a positive change in or impact on learning levels of children. And similarly, there are range of issues, problems which are specific to local situations and the community members who play a very important role in this regard. Let me tell you one very innovative project that has been done at a grassroots level, at community level, with the help of few stakeholders, important individuals who came out with an idea of a school mushroom project. It is done in Garo Hills of Meghalaya. Basically, this can be considered as an innovative garden based learning or experiential learning. It is a small scale, actually it is a small scale pilot study of an experiential project for school children on training about mushroom cultivation. Garden based learning is an instructional strategy that utilizes the garden as a teaching tool. Basically, the outcome of the project are linked to the improved school participation in terms of regular attendance and reduced burden of dropout. How the project was taken here is few community members came forward and the easily available materials were used, and with the help of community members mushroom house is constructed. With the local resources, the training is given to the children and a follow up is done. Even children on their own started growing mushroom, and community members, especially the dropout elders who were in the village, have took interest and they helped the young children to learn about mushroom growing, and it was linked with the economic activities also. Much details are not taken care here, but at least the community youth have come forward and dealt with dealing children, and so that they start spending more time in schools. Here if I can show you one video how community participation. Participation is also essential for democratization of education, especially in the perspective of achieving equal opportunity. Participation is indispensable in order to avoid having the community become indifferent towards the education system. If the community itself becomes indifferent to the school, then the outcome will be very difficult, or you cannot expect the school to run very smoothly. And participation is indispensable in order to it is an important instrument to stimulate initiative. When we talk about community participation, it is village education committee. Major responsibility of village education committee relate to preparation of micro level planning. Micro level planning will be learning separately in some other section. And when we talk about the responsibility of village education committee, it is about school mapping also in the village through house to house survey and periodic discussion with the parents. The other functions of these committees include generation of awareness among the community, so as to ensure participation of all members and development of teacher instruction and community partnership to oversee the effective and regular functioning of the school. Community members play vital role, very important role in bringing the awareness at overall village level, what is the importance of education. In fact, community participation in education got translated into reality with the creation of various grassroots level structures such as village education committee, school management committee, mothers teachers association, parent teacher association, mothers association, and women monitor groups. Under various educational programs such as district primary education program, that is DPEP, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, that is SSA, added emphasis has been given to the formation and involvement of VECs and PTAs in elementary education with specific roles and functions. Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009 also makes it mandatory for all the schools to constitute the school management committee, and also specifies the functions of village education committee or wards committees in the planning and management of elementary education. Village education committee can help to decide where the new school needs to be opened in the village, which schools need to be repaired, which classrooms need repairing. They can also see if the teacher is coming regularly to the school and teaching properly. If teacher is not coming regularly, then what may be the reason, talking to him or her. Even they can also see if the sufficient classrooms are available, and classrooms are not overcrowded also sometimes. The community can also supervise if the books are given to students on time, the distribution of the books, which is a very important thing for a teacher, and timely making provisioning of the textbooks is also very important thing. And in many cases it has been seen regular activity, that is midday meal, is given properly, timely, regularly in the school. Many community members, they come and contribute their labor at the time of providing midday meal in the school. Community members can visit the school anytime, even they eat with the children to know if the food served is of the good quality. They can also visit households and identify the children who are not coming to the school, talk to the parents and ask them what may be the reasons if some children are repeatedly remaining absent. Community members, VEC members, they can also motivate the parents to send their children to the school. In short, we can say that community participation, the involvement of the community members from all the sections of the village is very useful in enrolling the children and retaining the children, even in improving the quality of the education, normal day to day learning activities, teaching learning activities of the school. Community participation in education is being envisaged as an efficient strategy to achieve many objectives. It helps in increasing the relevance and quality of education. It helps in improving the access and coverage. It helps in identifying problems reflecting local priorities. There may be several issues, there may be several problems, but it is the community members, it is the VEC members who decide which of these problems is to be attended on a priority basis. Even VEC members, community members contribute in developing relevant curricula, if not curricula, at least learning material, teaching learning materials from locally available materials, suitable learning materials can be contributed to the school. Even improving ownership is a very important thing. Local accountability and responsiveness is a very important thing that community members, VEC members play a very important role. And especially when it comes to reaching to the disadvantaged groups, this is the responsibility or the contribution of village education committee members. They have to take care. Even in mobilizing additional resources and building institutional capacity, overall institutional capacity, the contribution of resources from local resources also sometimes can be taken care by the village education council. Participation of the community in the educational activities is useful in many ways. It helps to increase the mobilization of the financial, human and material resources required to make the educational system efficient. It becomes easy to adapt education to the needs, problems, aspirations and interests of all sections of population, especially weaker sections. Participation is essential to keep community involved in the educational reforms. It is also an important instrument to stimulate initiative. Community participation will keep the teacher alert and responsive. There is a saying, it takes whole village to raise a child. Nowadays, when perspective is changing, when things are changing, lot of community participation is taking place. People are started talking about or have changed the same saying that it takes whole village and technology to raise the child. And if I have to remind a very well said quotation I am reading, it is rare that something that is dearly owned and held preciously by all gets lost or fails. It is said very well by one Miss Smriti, who works for capacity building at Pratham. Thank you so much.
प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बहुत। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीप स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन
घर बैठे पाएं राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय शिक्षा संस्थान यानी NIOS में एडमिशन, वो भी एकदम आसान तरीके से, जिससे शिक्षार्थियों को होगी समय और धन दोनों की बचत। NIOS से शिक्षा कभी भी कहीं भी। शिक्षार्थियों, क्या आप जानते हैं NIOS में एडमिशन लेने का सरल और सुगम तरीका, जिससे शिक्षार्थियों को ऑनलाइन प्रवेश लेने में सहूलियत मिलती है। NIOS में प्रवेश की प्रक्रिया पूर्णतया ऑनलाइन है। शिक्षार्थी घर बैठे इंटरनेट द्वारा प्रवेश के लिए सबसे पहले NIOS की वेबसाइट www.nios.ac.in पर लॉगिन करें। अपना ईमेल आईडी और पासवर्ड डालकर अपना पंजीकरण करें। पंजीकरण के बाद लॉगिन करने पर ऑनलाइन प्रवेश हेतु आवेदन पत्र खुलेगा। आवेदन पत्र को निर्देशानुसार भरें और प्रिंट आउट लें। इस प्रिंट आउट पर अपनी फोटो संलग्न करें। ऑनलाइन प्रवेश के लिए शुल्क हेतु भुगतान के तरीके हैं: क्रेडिट कार्ड के द्वारा, डेबिट कार्ड के द्वारा, राष्ट्रीयकृत बैंक के ड्राफ्ट के माध्यम से, जो कि सचिव NIOS नई दिल्ली या नोएडा के पक्ष में देय हो। भरे हुए आवेदन पत्र के साथ साथ डिमांड ड्राफ्ट और संलग्न किए जाने वाले दस्तावेज हैं: जन्म रजिस्ट्रार के जिला कार्यालय से जारी जन्म प्रमाण पत्र की सत्यापित प्रति, जिसमें जन्म तिथि अंकित हो, पिछले विद्यालय से प्राप्त विद्यालय छोड़ने का प्रमाण पत्र, जिसमें आवेदक की जन्म तिथि लिखी हो। प्रवेश फॉर्म का प्रिंट आउट NIOS के संबद्ध क्षेत्रीय केंद्रों पर 10 दिनों में पहुंच जाना चाहिए, अन्यथा उचित दस्तावेज न लगे होने पर आवेदन फॉर्म रद्द किया जा सकता है। प्रवेश प्रक्रिया की पुष्टि होने के बाद शिक्षार्थियों को परिचय पत्र व अध्ययन सामग्री डाक द्वारा तुरंत पहुंचाई जाती है। ऑनलाइन प्रवेश एक बहुत ही सुगम और सुविधाजनक प्रवेश प्रणाली है। ऑनलाइन ऑन टाइम फॉर सेफ एंड सिक्योर एडमिशन।